3, 2, 1. Welcome back, Pregame Podcast people. I'm your host, Jackson Gall, here with
Jake Borton. What's up, guys? Let's get right into it, Jack.
Let's go.
So Monday night we had the game against the 49ers and Rams. Big takeaway, Debo went crazy for this game. Stafford can only throw to 2 people. And why is that, Jack?
Well, the guys that he likes to throw to are gritty. They're smart players.
Yeah. Lunch pail kind of guys.
Yeah, you know.
First in, last out. You know how they, you know how they are. Yeah,
so
yeah.
He really likes just guys with integrity, you know. Guys, they're smart players on the field. And I have a stat. Matthew Stafford on Monday night threw the ball 48 times, okay?
48 times.
48 times. That's a lot of pass attempts.
That is a lot of pass attempts.
33 of those attempts went to 2 players. You know who those 2 were?
Cooper Kupp.
Wandell
Robinson.
Tyler Higbee. Tyler Higbee, if he is available in your league for some reason, you have to scoop him up. He is a must start. And then my main issue with this is Stafford he's had fantastic wide receivers before. Calvin Johnson. Golden Tate was really good. He had
Odell Beckham Jr.
last year.
Cooper
Allen
Kupp
Robinson's
last
a
year.
good player. And Cooper Kupp. There has never been anyone that he has targeted more in his career than Kupp. 19 targets to one wide receiver is ridiculous. And that is showing for the Rams. They look bad. This team has not shown anything. Stafford looks hurt.
I think it's that Super Bowl kind of hangover.
All the coaches talking. All the guys are getting endorsement deals. Stafford's the number 1 guy for Little Caesars. This has been terrible for the Rams. I'm out on that offense other than Kupp and Higbee. Allen Robinson, we said quit it. We said hit and quit on Allen Robinson last week, and that only proved our point even more.
Another thing is their run offense is terrible.
Oh,
they can't run the ball at all. You look at Akers, first week does nothing.
Goose egg.
Henderson, did he do good that first week?
Henderson the first 2 weeks got you double digits. Since then he's gotten, I think the highest he's got is 6.7, which was Monday night.
Okay, so these guys are unownable in that offense. And then look, little teaser here. They're going up against Dallas's defense this week, who stops the run completely, and they're going to get to Stafford. He's not going to have that much time to throw. Might be someone's little pup of the week.
Hey, we'll get to that later. But a quick stat. Because these guys are getting hyper-targeted, there are 2 players in the top 40 receiving yard leaders this year. In the top 40 receivers on the season. 2 of them are averaging less than 10 yards a catch, which is terrible, might I add.
Yeah.
You know who those 2 players are?
Yeah, Cooper Kupp
and Tyler Higbee.
You just went over this 5 seconds ago.
No, I didn't talk about how they're averaging less than 10 yards a catch.
Well,
so they're getting mad targets, and they aren't really producing with them. So that's what my main problem is with him hyper-targeting these guys. Yeah, that's great if you're a Kupp owner. For the Rams offense and team in general, they are not going to be as explosive of a team as possible if he's only targeting these 2 guys because defenses are hearkening in on them.
I feel like what they're doing with the Kupp thing, he's not really going downfield much.
No.
He's doing these little slants, and he's doing the little bubble screens where Stafford would look over and just give him the ball right away. He has to kind of let him develop down the field, get some other guys into that offense. That's why I'm staying away from any of their players, except for if you have those 2, you have to.
Those 2, and that's it.
Yeah,
100%.
Exactly.
So let's get into a couple more other news.
Okay.
That was so weird to put it. Jonathan Taylor got banged up on Sunday, and he's questionable to play Thursday night. So what do you do with that, Jake?
Okay, so going into it, you kind of want to keep your ear to the ground.
Okay.
And kind of know what is going on with Jonathan Taylor. If he plays, you got to play him.
Yes.
But if he's questionable and they say he's inactive for that game, if you have right now pick up Nyheim Hines.
You said that yesterday or 2 days ago.
Their
too.
names are just... Right.
Who's Nyheim?
Nyheim? I don't know.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so just look into him as a ad because I feel like they have to run the ball against Denver. I don't think they're really going to throw much. I mean, normally they haven't really no one to throw to except for Pittman. So I think that one's I'd stay away from that game if you don't have to play them. Don't play those position players. I would stay away from that game entirely.
Two guys I'm happy starting that game. Okay. Michael Pittman.
Yep.
Courtland Sutton. Everyone else, no thanks. I'm done. So, other than that, other Nyheim Hines, who I totally agree with, if Jonathan Taylor is out, a sneaky ad for your team might be Phillip Lindsay. Their coach came out and said that Phillip Lindsay is going to get a ton of opportunities.
He is on that team.
Yep.
I did forget.
Frank Reich came out and said that.
So, yeah, it'd be those two, but I would not start either of those players unless it's a last second, be like, all right, I need to have someone in for that. I need to have someone in.
With that,
your other players you cannot have.
And with that, I mean, it's a Thursday night game, so you're gonna have a lot more options for Sunday and Monday.
That's why I would stick to Sunday, Monday, and just kind of hope for the better out of those guys that you can pick up.
I think I'd be okay with playing Hines at flex if Jonathan Taylor's out. Lindsay, I'm on the fence. But, I mean, just with all the games being on Sunday, I'd wait. But I think it's worth a pickup.
If you need to, and he's like the guy, you guys are other two are locks for that day. Or for Sunday, you're going to are locks. And it's Taylor's in, and let's say you have, Barkley. I had that little league. I have Barkley and him.
Yeah.
And
crazy team.
Not looking too good, though.
That's why we're podcast hosts.
So Taylor's out, let's say, right?
Okay.
And I have Hines. I'd put him in over Lindsay just because you got to look at it where he's going to get catches out of the backfield more. I feel like he's a little more explosive than Lindsay. He's not as old as Phillip Lindsay, so I like that a little bit better.
Is he?
Yeah, I think Lindsay, he's a little younger.
I think they're about the same.
Yeah,
I think Lindsay's 26. Either way, I agree. I would play Hines over Phillip Lindsay. Let's move on. So, one of the guys that we were excited about, Mike Boone, his rankings just went down quite a bit.
Yes, it did.
Go ahead and say.
It's just I was looking up yesterday and on my Twitter, and I got a notification that says Latavius Murray has been picked up off the Saints team, their practice squad, and is now going to the Denver Broncos. And I like that a ton because with Gordon fumble issues, he's going to get a lot of playing time. Every time we see a running back fumble, what happens? He gets taken out of the game, and they go to the backup. And they will
Sunday.
And exactly, they will stick with the backup.
After the fumble, Mike Boone outsnapped Melvin Gordon 19-10 Sunday. My problem is Melvin Gordon's still number one. They like Mike Boone, and now they bring in a guy who just had a good game on Sunday. It's too crowded for me. It's going to be a competition and a crappy offense. Personally, I'm steering clear of all those guys, and I am still slamming down on trading away Melvin Gordon. I would try and trade him at his absolute peak before he goes out and disappoints.
For sure, I would trade him. Okay, so now I'm getting texted right now. We have a question from Little Scrub, of course.
Mailbag.
He always has to text us.
Yeah.
All right. So, Little Scrub is texting right now. So, I'm being offered Derrick Henry for Jonathan Taylor, straight up. What should I do?
Who does he have? He has Taylor?
I think he has Taylor. I'm being offered Derrick Henry for Jonathan Taylor. It's what it sounds like. Yeah, so yeah.
I'd do it.
I would too.
Why wouldn't you? Derrick Henry, if he is healthy, and you can't make trades just because, oh man, he's not ever healthy. I mean, that's how losers look at mentalities, Jonathan Taylor banged up, and Derrick Henry is the offense, and he's actually able to do something. The Colts are vastly overrated.
I agree.
I would do that
hammer that in a second, just because you got to look at he's going to be more explosive in that Tennessee offense because they don't have anyone really to throw to on the outside.
It's all Henry.
It's all Henry, which is going to suck because they're going to whoever's playing Tennessee that week is going to kind of bring more guys in the box, but it doesn't matter for the
It
Yeti.
doesn't. The Yeti.
The Yeti, it does not matter. If it snows in Vermont...
He's sitting there. He is in his yoga pose and hands waiting for the snow in Vermont to go into his soul. And he's like, Yeti time. That's what he does. See, he's acting like the Yeti. You can't be like the Yeti.
No, you can't. You just have to be different.
I would do that in a heartbeat for sure. I'm taking the Yeti.
So we are going to let you know that little scrub. When it comes out tonight, you should be able to watch it and let us know what happens.
Up next, Jahan Dotson, wide receiver for the Washington Redskins. Their first-round pick out 1 to 2 weeks. How does this affect fantasy value for Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel?
So I feel like it goes... They shoot up a little bit.
Okay.
Because... they're going to have to throw the ball more, but Carson Wentz still sucks.
That's another thing.
Carson Wentz still sucks.
Yeah.
This has been kind of one of his favorite targets through the first few weeks of the season, and you're like, all right, he's out. What do you do now? You really, I think there's everyone on that team. Now you have to say I don't know if you can say is unownable right now. But they're not a team where it's like, oh, I'm going to have a ton of guys from this team.
Yeah, no. I don't want a ton of guys. If I'm a McLaurin owner, I'm a little bit more excited now, even though I don't like McLaurin on my team.
So
what I would do is...
Could you sell high on
I hope McLaurin goes nuts next week, and then I try and move him as though he's a top 24 wide receiver commodity. If I can get a guy like around the range of like top 20... For Terry McLaurin, do it quick.
Right. So, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Another guy you could pick up if he's still available is Rondelle Moore in your league. He had the career snaps he's ever seen last week, so I feel like that was his first kind of game back this year. So
I played him a lot for him coming off an injury.
Yeah, I think that's big. I think they're going to trust him a lot. But the big thing is, in 2 weeks, you get, or a week now, is it week or 2 weeks now that
it is week
Hopkins
5.
So he comes back week 6?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, because I think they have
week
a
7 he's back. Well, whenever the 7th game for the Cardinals is, he'll play.
So if he comes back, that's huge. I think that's going to kind of help him out a little bit more, Rondelle being, and I think this hurts Connor a lot, because I feel like they can use Rondelle as a running guy.
I've been saying, get rid of James Conner off your team. He's not playable.
No, not at all.
Another thing, I think Isaiah McKenzie's a must-add. The slot wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills has been a top 36 wide receiver the last 3 years now. Cole Beasley had some really good years there.
He's probably the best rapper in the NFL, by the way.
He's up there.
Yeah, he is.
But I think that Isaiah McKenzie, Jamison Crowder just broke his ankle. He's going to be out for the season. So that slides Isaiah McKenzie up there. He's going to be playing slot for them. They already have injuries with Gabe Davis. I think he is a must-add rest of the season.
I agree with that. Be a great ad for them. Another person that I know has been on the waiver wire and just has been out there is Gisele, Tom Brady's ex-wife. Probably going to be now. So
she's available in your league,
but
guys.
I heard, you know who shot his shot? Zach Wilson. Another guy you could probably add if you need it for a guy that's if some of your top quarterbacks on a bye that week, I'd definitely grab Zach Wilson. He's a great backup and has actually weapons now on his team that he can throw to and get him the ball off to.
Yeah.
I like Wilson.
I agree. I like Zach Wilson as a pickup. Some other pickups at the quarterback position I have are Geno Smith, Jared Goff. I would pick those two up. If Jared Goff isn't owning your league, he's a start. He's a set and start and forget it kind of guy.
Josh Reynolds,
Yep.
Like we've been saying, kind of Josh Reynolds he had 21 points last week, and with a banged up wide receiver room, I feel like his stock is going to shoot up. I think he has a lot of.
I think he is a steady. He's going to get you. He has a very high floor of like 12 points. He's done it almost every game this season, and then without those guys, his ceiling goes up quite a bit. I
agree. Another one is Rachaad White,
running back from
Tampa. Coaches came out yesterday and this whole kind of last week saying they want to get him in the offense more. Does this hurt Lenny? Not little bit, but I like him a lot. Just if you need a guy, if a bye week comes up and Lenny's kind of shaken up, if he gets shaken up ever, I think he's a good ad.
I think he's a good ad if Lenny's hurt. I think he's a good handcuff to own right now. I would pick him up before that happens. Some other guys I'm looking at, obviously, Latavius Murray is up there.
Like we talked about, because of Melvin Gordon's fumbles.
Mark Ingram is the clear backup now in New Orleans. I think this is good news for Kamara that they were able to let go of Latavius Murray. That just tells me that he's going to be back next week. But
I that's what I'm saying that's what I'm hoping, because I just cut him today, actually.
Mark Ingram.
I just cut Ingram today, so I'm hoping that is what
I think Kamara will be back.
But even if with that on that team, I really don't need him on that lineup.
Yeah.
So we're okay.
Let's do it quick for the wide receivers and tight ends. Wide receivers, George Pickens, which all hail Jake. He's been right, man. He had a great first episode. George Pickens, he said that he would stay and lay, and Kenny Pickett is hyper-targeting him. I think that he is really talented. I would say I like the mentality.
I like him a lot. He just has that dog mentality.
Absolute
dog. He has that where a guy's coming up and he knows it's a run play. He's gonna run right through him, kind of give him. He gives attitude, and he kind of brings that swagger back to that position in Pittsburgh. They really don't have that.
They need that
big
bad
swagger that they used to with AB. How he used to come out crazy. Well, still is, but now they have him that kind of mentality where he's that guy in Pittsburgh.
They're gonna get it.
He gonna get that ball.
Another guy, Devin Duvernay, with Rashad Bateman being banged up already. I think that
sucks.
Yeah, Duvernay's been solid for them already. He's going to be the number one guy far and away.
He'll get
I think
points
he's solid.
If he does the kickoff returns, he does the kickoff returns, so I like that a lot for him.
He gets a touchdown.
Yeah, he will.
Okay.
He's taking one to the house already.
And then a sneaky one, a little teeny weeny sneaky beanie. Wandell Robinson. Was he a first round pick? I think he was a first round pick from the New York Giants. Either that or second round pick. He's a top 2 pick. He's the only guy that the Giants front office has actual investment in. Kadarius Toney was drafted by Dave Gettleman.
He's a second round pick. He wasn't a first round pick.
Look it up. I'm pretty sure he was a first round pick. He's been banged up, so he hasn't really had any opportunities. The rest of the receiving core is all banged up. Kenny Galladay stinks. Sterling Shepard out for the year. They're starting guys like Richie James. I would put a sneaky bid in for $1 on Wandell Robinson and see if he can blow up into anything. He's my replacement for Treylon Burks, where I thought if Burks were able to blow up, I think that he would have been great for my team. I think that Wandell Robinson has the opportunity to do so as well. Was he a first-round pick?
No,
second round pick. All right, I'll take it.
I was at the draft. I knew that.
I'm so stupid.
God.
And then for tight end, sneaky little pickup, Willie Dillpecker, Will Dissly. I mean, he just gets in the end zone. He's a dog. So, you don't like that?
I wasn't ready for it. I can tell you that much.
All right. Let's get ready.
Hey,
you got to get up.
As you can see, the big dog title is right here up for grabs. It's not on Jack's side because he's won it. He has not won it yet. I have won it. So I put it up for grabs this week. And we're going to start this week off with our big dog quarterback. My big dog quarterback this week is Captain Kirk Cousins. Kirk is going up against a Bears team who is horrible.
Trash.
Their team is terrible. They had Saquon Barkley playing quarterback. The Giants had him playing quarterback last week. He didn't throw the ball, but he probably could have and probably scored a touchdown against that team.
The Bears.
The Bears. They've given up 15 points this year to quarterbacks. I feel like Captain Kirk will go way above that. This week, I feel like he's going to be a top 5 quarterback this week.
Hey!
5 quarterback.
All right, guys. My big dog. That's how vital that big dog was. That was energetic.
Yeah, we got that one.
Jared Goff, big dog of the week. Fanny Pros has him going in as the quarterback 15 on the week. 15 against the Pats. Shrek it. Jared Goff is the 5th ranked quarterback on the season. His defense stinks. He might get back Amon-Ra. I think he definitely gets back DJ Shark. Even without him, he's great. They have to throw the ball all the time. Defense going to give up points, so he's never going to have a lead where we can just run the ball all the time. And talk about a revenge game. The Detroit Lions, the reason our defense sucks is because we're facing the guy that did that to us, and Matt Patricia, who's calling the offense for the Patriots. These Lions, if they don't come out with that dog mentality and just absolutely pound them to the ground and put up at least 50 on them, then I think it's a loss for them. I think that the Lions are going to go out and show a ton of energy. Dan Campbell's going to be like, hey,
man, let's get out there, man. Hey, you know that man across the way over there? He made our team terrible, man. Let's go over there and bite his kneecap, man. All right, team on 3. 1, 2, 3, hey.
He blamed it on you guys, man. He said, hey, man, I can't teach this team, man. They're not good, man.
He's not out there like me, man. I'm doing up-downs this year.
Exactly. Let's go, Lions!
Broken wrist was doing it. Unbelievable. I have him. That's just unbelievable. MCDC is going to go out there. All right, man.
I'm feeling even better about my big dog take now. Jared Goff, lock it in. Top 5 quarterback on the week.
Okay. Big dog running back. Let's go.
I'm going again.
First. Let's go, yeah.
Big dog running back, stay in the same game. Ramondre Stevenson. Like I said, Lions defense stinks. You can run all over them. I think Stevenson's going to have a crazy game. He's coming in ranked RB 27 on the season. He's the pass-catching back. He'll get even more opportunities. They're going to have the dink and dunk. I love the Stevenson play. I think he finishes a top 16 back this week.
Okay. I'm not going to go with a Lions player.
I think you're wrong. After last week, seeing what Seattle did to them,
okay.
I would do anything to get a part of the Lions defense right now.
Let me tell you this, though. I'm going to go James Robinson. Going up against a terrible Texans defense who gave up 3 touchdowns last week to Austin Eckler, and they've given up 21 fantasy points through the first 4 weeks of the season to RBs. This is going to be a big week for James Robinson. Hashtag thank you, Cujo, for that one.
Thank you, Cujo.
So I think that's going to be a big week for him. Look for them to run the ball down their throats this week.
Down throat.
So
division rival. I like the pick. Austin Eckler didn't have a single touchdown going in the season. No. And he was averaging like 2 yards a carry. He went 13 for 60, 2 touchdowns, and then he had a great receiving day. I love the James Robinson pick this week as Jake picks up his football so he can fidget more. Do you want to do your receiver?
Yeah, I'll do my receiver back. All right, so my receiver for this week for Big Dog is going to be Mike Evans, going up against a bad secondary with the Atlanta Falcons, who've given up 33.2 fantasy points to receivers through week 4.
And that's after last week, yes. Amari Cooper only getting 1 catch.
Yeah. I think Mike Evans is going to go absolutely crazy. He had 2 touchdowns last week. I feel like another 2 touchdowns is coming this week or more. Brady's coming out in this game. He's going to be pissed off with what's going on in his home life.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Brady.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
Hope everything goes well for that family.
Yeah, for real. He already changed his profile picture on Twitter.
That was fake.
No, I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure it was
I don't
fake.
think so. We'll look it up later. So
in his bio, it said family and football. Apparently now it just says football.
No, I'm talking about the picture. He had the picture of the family in the background. Now it's him and his teammates.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe. I'll throw it in up here. Here.
We'll look it up in a minute.
I think Jake's full of it. So, Mike Evans, your big dog of the week.
Big dog of the week, Mike Evans.
Solid pick.
Great pickup.
Just because of everything going on, I wasn't sure if I should, because Tom Brady was in the eligibility for my big dog of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So, but after everything, I think he's going to be distracted. I'm not in love with it. But But Mike Evans, solid player.
Yeah, it's fake. He didn't do that.
I'm staying in the same game. Big dog. Josh Reynolds on the week. Now, we think that he's a great pickup this week, and he's going to show you why he's a great pickup this week. Okay. After last week playing fantastic, he went 7 for 81 and a touch. I think he repeats. He's going in wide receiver 25 on the season. I think he has another top 24 receiving week. He's going in ranked in the bottom 35 in Fantasy Pros. I think that's a mistake. I think he's a set it. I think you set him and forget it until they get Amon-Ra back. Then you can have a discussion. But even with Amon-Ra, I think he's a solid play. But I think he blows up this week. I think everyone just hates the stinking Patriots. And I can't pick TJ Hawkinson. I can't go 4 from one game. But I think he's a really good pick too, just because he was there for that whole regime.
Okay.
Tight end?
Tight end is going to be Dallas Goedert this week. That Philly team is, and it pains me to say it as a Cowboys fan, is legit. This Philly
bunch of dogs.
Coach Sirianni has those guys believing in what he was saying the last 2 years. I think Goddard has a big week this week going up against a weak Cardinals defense who's given up 16 fantasy points to tight ends through week 4 already. So I like him this week a lot as my big dog of the week.
Great pick. Great pick. Love it.
Love it.
Do you want to do your... who are we doing? Oh.
You're going to do your tight end.
I am not excited for this at all. But if it's going to be any week, it's going to be this one. After last week, his offense completed 7 passes.
Yep.
7!
I knew that was coming, yep.
7!
Yeah, I knew this was coming.
Big dog Kyle Pitts. Everyone's playing it. He's going into the mentality, man, I can't do it to these people again. We got the win last week. I'm going to get them the win this week. He's going against the Bucs. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers just let up 9 for 91 and a touchdown against Travis Kelce.
What?
They are 29th against the tight end position.
What?
They're in a position where they have to throw the ball. They have to. There's no way Atlanta is not at least losing by double digits this week. It has to happen. I think that when they have to throw the ball, I think it's going to be through the middle to Kyle Pitts. I'm expecting a top 4 fantasy finish for Kyle. You know, if you're going to go big, you got to go big. Give me top 3 fantasy finish this week from Kyle Pitts. If he doesn't, cut him.
Cut him.
All right, who's your...
Do you have Kyle Pitts in your leagues?
I do.
What league do you have him in?
Our friends' league.
All right, if he is not dropped this week...
If he does not put up double digits this week, I will cut or trade Kyle Pitts.
Double digits could be 10 points. He could just get...
Yeah, you take 10 points from the title. But I think he's big dog. I think he's going to get you at least 16, 18, 20. What? 21? What? 25?
What?
30?
What?
We'll see. I think he can get you 20 this week. That's my bold big dog of the week. I hit on tight ends. TJ Hawkinson went from putting up a complete stinker the week before he went off for 40. So listen to your boy. Who's your little pup?
Little pup quarterback. Matthew Stafford going up against a great Cowboys rush defense and Micah Parsons. By the way, Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
MVP of the league this year.
Whoa! No. He is not.
I guarantee you he's going to win defensive
player
of the year. Or
you said
MVP.
MVP.
He could win MVP too.
No, Jalen Hurts MVP right now.
So he's my MVP. So yeah, I think he's going to be locking him down. Trayvon. You know who's going to lock down? Cooper Kupp. Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs is going to lock him down this week. I'm guaranteeing it right now. Matthew Stafford finishes as a bottom quarterback this week for fantasy.
Yeah. Like it. I love it. All right. Little pup of the week is a little pup. Kyler Murray. Small Fry is the QB7 on the season. He's going in on Fantasy Pros ranked as a QB7. He's going against the Philadelphia Eagles, guys. I mean, this Arizona team is terrible. I cannot tell you enough how bad this team is. Their record does not indicate how bad this team is. I think they're going to get absolutely destroyed. I think they're going to handle Kyler Murray. I think that he is going to have an outside of the top 15 quarterback week this week.
Who are they playing against?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're third best against quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And Cardinals have been terrible.
They have.
That's my little pup on the week. Here's your running back.
Hate to do it. Hate to do it.
No!
He's my boy. Little pup of the week is going to be Zeke Elliott. Honestly, I throw in 2 little pups of the week. I'm throwing in
what?
Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard. Both the Cowboys running backs this week are going to do nothing against the Rams defense, who's given up 12 points to RBs through this whole season. I think they
total?
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Well, average. Yeah, average.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said, average. 12 points average through this year. I don't think Zeke or Pollard do anything this week. If Pollard does anything, it's going to be out of the backfield, catching the ball. So I think it's going to be a small game for Zeke. I think he's going to be my little pup of the week.
I mean, Zeke sucks, so.
Shut up.
My little pup of the week is bold.
Yeah.
Big and bold. Running back for the Carolina Panthers, Christian McCaffrey. How can you say that after he just put up like a ton of points? He's finally getting passes. I'll tell you. So Carolina is going up against the 49ers defense where the 49ers can shut down anybody. They're number 2 against running backs. And man, if you think Baker is going to put... I think the over-under for passing yards for Baker should be set at like 150 yards. And I might hit under. I think that he is going to be under constant duress. He can't get the ball to anybody but McCaffrey. So that means that this 49ers defense, which is great against running backs, is going to hone in on McCaffrey. I think he's RB6 on the season. He's going in ranked RB4 from Fantasy Pros this week. I think he's going to be outside of the top 15 running backs this week.
Wow.
Something he hasn't done.
So who has
this
a better
year.
week? Who has a better week to you? Do you think Zeke or McCaffrey?
Obviously McCaffrey. Zeke sucks.
Okay.
Has Zeke even been a top 16 running back this season?
Probably not.
I don't think he might have been one game. But CMC, that's my bold prediction of the week. I think he's going to be a little pup.
Okay.
Who's your receiver?
Receiver is going to be Deontay Johnson going against a Bills defense who's going to put Poyer on him. And you know what? I like him as my little pup of the week just because of who we talked about earlier. George Pickens, I think they're going to give him the ball a lot more. They're not going to put Poyer on him, but they still have a great defense with the Bills. I think they're going to shut down Deontay Johnson this week.
Like the pick. I'm going another huge little pup this week. A guy that is going into on the season, wide receiver 3. Going in ranked as the wide receiver 6 in Fantasy Pros. I'm going for my little pup, Tyreke Hill. Tyreke Hill is going in with a backup quarterback. What? He's going up against Sauce Gardner. What? And Jalen Waddle's banged up. What? Waddle? I think he's going to bust, something that Tyreke Hill is known for doing. I think, Tyreke Hill either goes nutty or he doesn't do much at all. He's already shown you this season. He had a 5-point game. I think he's going to do that this week. I think he's going to be outside. He's going in ranked top 6. I have Tyreke Hill finishing outside the top 20 at wide receiver this week. Book it.
Okay.
Here's your tight end.
I want to hear yours first. Let's hear yours.
My little pup of the week of the tight end, which I'm not confident in, but I think just because I'm doing it at the tight end, I think I'm going to get it, is Pat Freiermuth. Pat Freiermuth, tight end 7 on the season. He's going in tight end 10 on the week. Like I was just saying with Baker Mayfield getting rushed at, I think Pickett's going to be under constant duress this week. I would hate playing every single Steeler this week. Serious, even Najee. I'd have a really hard time starting him. Look, I think Freiermuth, I think that him and Pickett might have a sort of connection, but I think Pickett's going to be running for his life this game. I hate all the passing options in this offense. I think that he is going to be outside of a top 17 tight end this week. And just so you know, the Bills shut down Mark Andrews last week, who is a top 2 tight end, if not top 1. So Pat Freiermuth, little pup, on the week for me.
All right, I got David Njoku as my little pup of the week, going up against a defense who is giving up an average of 7 points this week to tight ends through 4 games. I don't think Cleveland is good at all. They suck. Stink. They're terrible. So yeah, I think they are not going to give really the ball that much to Njoku this week. I think they're going to be running the ball a lot. So I like Njoku a lot.
You think they have to run against the Chargers?
Yes.
I think that's a passing game. I don't know.
Njoku's going to do that. Great.
Hey, we'll see. I like Njoku this week.
I know you do.
And I know my tight ends.
I know.
Is there anything else?
I haven't got any news lately. Did we get any other comments on the video last week? Any mailbag?
I can check. In the meantime, obviously, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We love all the support we're getting. We're only getting better. This has been a fantastic start to the season for us. And man, if I don't go at least 75% on my Big Dog and Little Pup this week, go ahead and put Jackson sucks in the comments.
I will.
Is there anything else, Jake?
I don't have anything else. I think we touched on everything this week. That kind of stay away from Thursday's game if you have the opportunity to.
Guys, leave comments in the comment section for mailbag, and we will answer your guys' question. Your start and sit, if you should trade, keep, stay and lay, hit and quit, whatever you guys want. Hit us up.
Or if you have our numbers, text us like we had little.
Do it in the comments.
Yeah.
Don't do it over text. Little Pup, that's your last straw.
Yeah, easy.
Do it in the comments next time.
Scrub, it's comment section only.
Yes, sir. So. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Keep supporting. If you want to win your fantasy season, you got to listen to the boys. Listen to Big Dog from last week. Listen to Big Dog this week. We're coming.
Hey.
You
want one of these, man? You got to earn it.
And you got to watch the show.
Yeah, you got to watch the show. Shout the football. Keep your hands there.
All right. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you. We might get another episode before Monday. We'll see. Don't count on it.
Yeah, I think we probably have one Monday come out.
I think Monday. Maybe we'll hit you guys with the one on Friday. We'll see.
Yeah.
If we're busy. What you got Friday?
I'm good on Friday. I have work at 4, I think. So I think.
Hey, let's do a pod Friday.
All right,
we're gonna do a quick podcast on Friday, just going over injuries, any review, any of the game. We'll do some in-game analysis. So we'll see you guys Friday.
We'll give you kind of a preview of what this weekend looks like. So let's get out of here.
Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Pregame Podcast. That was lit.
Let's go.
Banger.